Do age gaps in relationships really matter? Today, we gonna find out. What's up, everybody? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, but I ain't Mr. Rogers. It's your boy, Mike Watts, and I'm here to give it to you raw and direct, every time, all the time. Today, I'm here to talk about age gaps in relationships. Relationships with an age gap of at least 10 plus years, 15 years, 20 years, even 30 years difference. Do the age gaps really matter? Some would argue that they do, but I'm here to give multiple reasons why age gaps don't matter and shouldn't matter. I want to start off by saying that if there's emotional maturity and compatibility, those are factors that make age gaps not matter. Emotional maturity will help couples navigate through the challenges, the trials and tribulations that come with a relationship. So as long as both parties are emotionally mature, they can overcome different obstacles that may come with communication, good communication, and everything like that. Also, compatibility. If you have compatibility, that's another factor that will make an age gap insignificant. There's several, and we're going to list them today, a lot of them today. Compatibility is if you have the same interests, you have the same hobbies. You know, it don't matter the age because now we have hobbies that we can do together. We have interests in politics or careers or anything like that. And that makes us compatible. Even music, or I might be a musician, you might be a musician, or anything like that makes a couple compatible. And the more compatible a couple is, the less an age gap is significant. And y'all might have the same interest in sports or activities. I might like to rock climb, and she might like to rock climb, or whatever the case might be. I might want to like to go camping, and she might like to go camping, or a guy might like hiking, and she might like hiking. And that's the thing that they do together, or cycling, or bikes, or taking bike races, or walking, or marathons, or whatever the case may be. Different interests and activities and hobbies and everything like that can have a couple aligned and in tune with each other, regardless of the age gap. It don't matter the age. Then a couple might have diverse perspectives. And with diverse perspectives, you have an example where the older person may bring to the table wisdom and stability, while the younger person bring to the table youthfulness, energy, and fresh outlooks on how to do things. So with this diversity, it can help the two parties become more in line with each other, because obviously the young person might want the stability and to learn from the wisdom that the older partner has, and the older partner can benefit from the youthful energy that his or her younger partner may have, and also those fresh outlooks on how to do things and everything like that, that they might be stuck in their old ways. So therefore that makes them compatible in that sense. And because those attributes help the relationship flourish and blossom, the age gap in turn doesn't matter. And actually, those things are because of the age gap. So therefore, the age gap in that respect, the age gap helps the relationship stay together because of the diverse perspectives and everything like that. So that's another thing. Then we have unique dynamics. And what I mean by that is every relationship is unique and every person is unique, obviously, but then each relationship is shaped by the people within a relationship. So now, if each person has unique a unique background, a unique story, but those unique stories are similar with a younger person and an older person, that's what can make them come together. Like, for example, the older person might have been to prison or was in a certain life of crime, and the younger person could have been to prison and been in that same certain life of crime. I'm not saying that it's a good thing, but what I'm saying is that they could have went through the same life experiences and have the same type of background. So that's what make them connect. And that connection would become more important than the age gap, more important than the age gap. Or if they had some type of substance abuse background and met at a meeting or met somewhere in relation to substance abuse. Now they had that connection and they're helping each other that way. The age gap becomes irrelevant because they have that in common. They have that unique experience in common. So it's not always, or they might both do charity and they met at a charity convention or whatever the case may be. You understand what I'm saying? And they could have met at giving out free food or whatever the case may be, and that's what that bond brought them together. So therefore, in a situation like that, the age gap doesn't even matter. The age gap doesn't even matter because they're getting that connection, they're getting that enjoyment and excitement from that bond that they created doing what they love to do. So therefore, the age gap becomes a insignificant factor within their relationship. Um, Sometimes a lot of relationships work, but you have family that has more of a problem than the actual individuals. And it's kind of a good thing, but sometimes it's a sad thing when people let their family dictate what they do within their relationships, their parents or family or friends. So I just want to say this. When you have somebody that you really care about, somebody that you love, somebody that you see a future with, I understand that you think that your family and friends may have your interests at hand, your best interests at hand. But sometimes you just gotta let you just go by what your heart feels. And if it can't hurt you or get you in any kind of criminal trouble or financial trouble, then go for it. Regardless of what it is. If you're in any type of relationship that's going against the norm or something that your family will disapprove of, live your life. Live your life. Don't worry about what your family think because it's not their life. It's yours. So you just can't think about that. Fight to prove them wrong. How about that? Fight to prove them wrong and try to work hard at making sure that you keep your eyes open and make sure that you don't get taken advantage of. But because sometimes your family think they can see what you can't see, especially in a relationship where there's a large age gap and the girl may be a lot younger or the guy might be a lot younger. But in a lot of cases, if the girl is a lot younger, family just want to see like, oh, well, what do he see in her? Or he's just want to take advantage of her. And when a lot of times it's not that. It's some of these things that I'm discussing that your family don't really know or understand. But whatever. Let me continue. And then another thing is social norms. Today, a lot of different types of relationships are accepted because society is realizing that, okay, let people be happy. Let people do whatever they want to do. Male male relationships, female female relationships, older younger relationships, the woman older, the man younger, polyamorous relationships, whereas one man, multiple women, one woman, multiple guys, multiple couples. All kinds of things are being accepted today because everybody is starting to realize that love is love. At the end of the day, love is love. People ask me, they say, oh, well, how would you feel if your daughter dated a guy your age? I say, as long as she's happy, I don't give a fuck who she date. I don't care who she date because all I want for my daughter, and I only got one, is for her to be happy in life and in anything she do. And a lot of the things I did, you know, in my past and everything like that was just to make sure my daughter was happy, you know, and didn't have to struggle and everything like that. So ultimately, I just want her to be happy. I don't care if the guy is white, if the guy is black, Puerto Rican, Asian, older, younger, whatever. As long as he makes her happy. As long as he makes her happy, I'm happy. I don't judge. I don't care. Who am I to judge when she's living her life? And everybody in life is in a pursuit of happiness. So therefore, if she found happiness, why the fuck I care who she dating? That's crazy. Now if she asks my opinion on something, then I'm gonna give my best advice possible and let her run with that. Then I asked them same people, I say, all right, well, would you rather your kid, daughter, or whatever, be happy with a man twice her age or miserable, depressed, unhappy with a guy her same age? Answer that question. Since motherfuckers want to be asking questions, answer that question. And or ask yourself that. Those who judge, oh, that's crazy, or oh, why that relationship, why they gotta be, oh, that's weird, or that. Ask yourself that. Would you rather your kid or yourself, would you rather be happy, or would you rather your kid be happy with somebody twice their age, or depressed, miserable, and unhappy with somebody their same age? Guess what? At the end of the day, if you're a good parent or if you're a person that has some common sense, you would say, I just want my child to be happy. Or you would say, as an individual, I just want to be happy. I just want to be with somebody that makes me happy. Because that's all that should matter in a relationship. Commitment, the mutual bond, the connection, just everything required for a happy, successful relationship. And if you found that in somebody, you got to cherish that and not get caught up in what society is thinking, what your friends are thinking, what your family is thinking. You got to go by what your heart feels. All right. But let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Well, I guess there's a couple elephants in the room, but the main elephant in the room is Yeah, all that stuff sound good when you got the perfect dreamland fairy tale relationship where, there's a 20-year, 30-year, 15-year, whatever the case, age gap, and everything is perfect. But there's still a thing called phase of life changes. Yeah, phase of life changes. I get it. I understand. So let's talk about that for a minute, briefly, because I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. But if you're in a relationship where there's a large age gap, okay, don't let nothing hinder that. And all those things that I talked about are things that supersede the age gap. And those are things that make the age gap insignificant. But something that you got to consider, and this is real life, phase of life changes like health, energy, life priorities, and family plans. Those are the only things that may become a struggle. I mean, I already said like family and friends talking shit, but fuck that. Fuck them. Not fuck them as in fuck them, but fuck them as in when it comes to relationship, your relationship, fuck them. Um, Health. All right, I get it. The older you get, the more health issues you have. But you, as the older individual, it's your priority to take in consideration that you're in a relationship with somebody that is younger than you. So therefore, you gotta watch and try to maintain your health because you want to be around as long as possible with this person. This person is taking a chance on you and everything is good. So therefore, obviously you can't fight father time. We understand that. But you have to at least take in consideration that, all right, I'm significantly older than this person. So therefore, this person is taking a chance on me, and I don't want to leave this person alone. It's the person I love. I don't want to leave them alone. So therefore, the best you could do is fight the clock as much as possible. And I don't mean just fight the clock by getting plastic surgery. You know what I'm saying? I mean, fight the clock by eating right, exercising, and doing everything humanly possible to keep health from being the thing to separate you from the one you love. All right. That's health. Then energy, which kind of plays into health because, that could be a factor because you're always tired. And then this person is young, youthful, full of energy. Even if they 30, if you're 60 or 55, they're still likely to have more energy than you. So that kind of plays into the whole health thing because, if you're exercising and you're keeping your heart rate up and everything like that, that should help your energy levels. And that should help you with your relationship as far as making energy not be a hindrance to your relationship or not making energy be the source of the problem directly attributed to the age gap. Remember, we're trying to make it so the age gap is a non-factor. Then you have life priorities. Life priorities can be an issue with age gaps because you might be ready to retire. You had your career already, and you might want to retire, travel, do whatever, and your significant other, they're young, youthful, and they still want to pursue their career. But how can they pursue their career if you want to take them and travel all the time and be retired and while they're just starting off? So that's another thing that could cause a potential problem that you can't let become an issue. So that's something that if you're fresh into a relationship with an age gap, these are the things that you need to discuss. That's another thing that you need to discuss. Like, hey, I plan on doing this. What do you plan on doing in 10 years? And so that way you're not 10 years in, 15 years in, or whatever, however many years in, and then these things start to become an issue because everything is all fine. Everything is all fine because y'all got so many things in common, or y'all can relate on so many levels because of your background. Okay, but these four things that I had mentioned start to rear their ugly head and start to become a problem. So discuss these things so that they don't become a problem. Okay, and then another thing that could be a problem in a relationship with age gaps is family planning. Family planning. This guy, he got 3 kids already from 2 separate marriages. And also, that's another thing that priorities. I'm saying it like as if the girl is young and the guy is older, obviously. She want to get married, but he been married twice already. So that's kind of family planning and life priorities. She want to have kids. Now I'm going into family planning. She want to have kids. She don't got no kids. She 30, 25, whatever. Don't got no kids. He got 3 kids already from 2 separate marriages. He don't want no kids no more. That could be a problem. Obviously, that could be a problem because it's like, yo, I want a kid. I want to raise a family. And he like, oh, well, you know, I got grandkids. You can babysit the grandkids. And she looking like, fuck you talking about? I want my own kids. So that's another thing that need to be discussed before venturing into a relationship with an age gap and, being serious about it. So these 4 things are what need to be discussed in a relationship with an age gap because these are only really the 4 things that can damage the relationship. Remember, family and friends minding your business, just tell them to get their own business. Health issues. So if you're younger, tell your partner, hey, if we're going to do this, I need you to keep yourself together. I need you to eat right. I need you to exercise. I need you to help me out here because I don't want to one day be alone. Obviously, it's inevitable, but y'all get my point. Energy levels, which plays into the whole exercise thing. Life priorities. Y'all need to have the serious discussions of marriage, kids, travel, retirement, and how they feel about you pursuing your careers and just all that. Life priorities, y'all need to discuss that. Because if you want to have kids, do this person want to have more kids? And if you don't want more kids, you need to find out, does this person want to have kids, and let them know you don't. Because it's real easy to break off a relationship in the beginning. I get it. The endorphins is popping and everything like that. And it feels so good. And he or she makes me feel so good inside and my heart flutter and all that romance and good stuff. I get it. But it gets real ugly when a breakup happens after a long period of time. So how about y'all have the vision? We're adults here. We know what the problems are. And Mike Watts just told you what the issues are. So go into that relationship and discuss those issues. Well, potential issues. I would say almost inevitable issues. All of them not inevitable, but y'all get my point. Go into the relationship and have those discussions when there's an age gap. Because it's different if I'm 25 and she 25 and it's like, okay, well, I want to have kids. And it's like, well, I ain't got no kids, so I want to have kids too. And she want to have kids because she ain't got no kids, so she want to have kids too. Like, you dig what I'm saying? All that, or I'm pursuing my career, she pursuing her career, and we helping each other pursue our career. We studying, we helping each other study for tests because we taking the book. All that kind of stuff starts to happen when there's not much of an age gap. But when there's age gap, those few things can be the hindrance and detrimental to the relationship. Otherwise, nothing else matters. Those are the only things that can damage a relationship that has an age gap. Everything else is just love is love. Love is love. Who really cares? And if somebody is in your business, just simply tell them, get the fuck out my business. Simple like that. And half the time, a lot of the time, I ain't gonna say half the time, but a lot of the time, people that's always in somebody else's business trying to give them instructions on how to navigate their relationship, be single or got relationship problems of their own. So it's like, come on, man. Just tell them to mind their business and worry about their own household. So I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode of the Mike Watts Show. This is something that I really wanted to talk about because, I've been in some relationships that had age gaps, 10 plus year age gaps, and they worked for the most part. So I feel as though I'm an authority on this topic. And I feel as though there's a lot of people out there who are interested in this type of relationship, but might be apprehensive because they're worried about what their family might think. They're worried about what their friends might think, or they're worried about society going out, like what people going out might think, or they just worried about if it'll work or not. But it's like, yo, don't put too much thought into it. Just rewind this video and watch it again and again. Let me know in the comments what you think about this video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so that way you can always be up to date on all my latest videos and everything like that. Like I said, I try to come out with something every week. And if you got any questions or concerns that you might want to talk about, leave it in the comments or shoot me a message or a DM. My email is in the description. And with that, we signing off. Peace.
I'm just living my life. 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 I'm just living my life.